In relationships, attraction is often thought to be loud and obvious, grand gestures, flirtatious comments, or direct confessions. Yet, for many men, genuine interest is rarely that straightforward. Instead, it's expressed quietly, subtly, and often in ways that women can easily overlook. These small, almost invisible signals can reveal more about a man's feelings than words ever could. Understanding these silent cues is crucial because they provide insight into his intentions, emotional investment, and the depth of his interest. A man who is genuinely interested doesn't always rush to declare his feelings or make overt displays of affection. He invests in noticing the small things, observing your reactions, and adjusting his behavior in ways that make you feel valued and understood. From remembering little details about your life to subtly changing his actions based on your moods, these quiet signs show that he cares deeply and pays attention beyond surface-level interactions. They may appear casual or even friendly at first, but over time, they reveal consistency, thoughtfulness, and emotional presence. Many women miss these cues because they are understated or easy to interpret as general kindness or politeness. For example, a man might send a short message to check on your day, help you with a small task without being asked, or join in activities you enjoy, not because he wants recognition, but because he values time spent with you. He may make a point to make you laugh, smile, or feel comfortable, prioritizing your happiness in subtle ways that go unnoticed by those not paying attention. Recognizing these signs is more than just a way to confirm attraction. It's a window into how he views and respects you. Men who demonstrate interest quietly tend to be emotionally intelligent, patient, and intentional in their actions. They understand that building a connection is about consistency, attentiveness, and genuine care rather than immediate declarations or impulsive gestures. These silent actions are often stronger indicators of long-term potential than loud or dramatic displays because they reveal authenticity and thoughtfulness. In the following guide, we will explore 15 silent ways a man shows interest that most women completely overlook every day. Each of these behaviors, from remembering your preferences to acting protectively, provides a window into his feelings, intentions, and emotional investment. By understanding and noticing these subtle cues, you can gain a clearer picture of his interest, recognize genuine affection, and appreciate the quiet ways he demonstrates care. These signs aren't always obvious, but once recognized, they can speak volumes about his intentions and the depth of his feelings toward you. 1. He remembers the small details about you. One of the clearest signs a man is genuinely interested is that he remembers the little things about you, things that most people would easily forget. These details could be anything: the name of your favorite coffee, the exact way you like your lunch, a song you mentioned liking weeks ago, or even small personal stories you shared casually. To him, these are not insignificant. They are pieces of your personality that he values and pays attention to. Remembering small details shows that he is actively listening, observing, and storing information about you because you matter to him. When a man recalls tiny details, it demonstrates emotional investment and attentiveness. It's not about showing off memory skills. It's about making you feel seen and understood. For example, if you once said you hate rainy days, and he later surprises you with an umbrella when it's drizzling, that action carries a subtle message. I remember you. I care about your comfort. These small actions and acknowledgments create a sense of intimacy and trust because they prove he is noticing who you are beyond the surface level. Women often overlook these signs because they seem ordinary or natural, but consistent attention to small details is a silent language of interest. It tells you that he values your preferences, experiences, and individuality. Moreover, it sets him apart from someone who only engages in surface-level interaction or casual conversation. By remembering small things, he communicates care, thoughtfulness, and an emotional connection that is subtle but powerful. This level of attentiveness is rarely accidental. It reflects a conscious desire to understand you deeply and connect in a meaningful way, making it one of the strongest, quiet indicators of his attraction and interest. 2. He initiates conversations more often than you notice. Another silent yet powerful way a man shows interest is by being the one to consistently start conversations. While it may seem casual, initiating dialogue repeatedly demonstrates that he wants to engage with you, hear your thoughts, and maintain a connection. It's not about trivial chat. It's about showing that he prioritizes interaction with you, even when there are other distractions or people competing for attention. This habit reveals that he's thinking about you outside the immediate moment. If he texts first, calls, or starts discussions in person without waiting for you to make the first move, it reflects a genuine curiosity and desire to understand you better. He's likely thinking about topics he knows will interest you, questions he wants to ask, or moments he wants to share, which further indicates emotional investment. Initiating conversations also helps him gauge your reactions, emotional state, and engagement level. By observing how you respond, he can adjust his approach, sense your mood, and ensure his actions and words align with your comfort. Women often overlook this because casual communication can feel normal or friendly, but repeated initiation over time is a strong, silent sign of interest. Moreover, starting conversations reflects effort and intentionality. He's willing to take the step, even risking awkwardness, to maintain connection and intimacy. This subtle behavior reveals his priority for your presence and attention, proving that he cares enough to create opportunities to interact, long before he openly expresses his feelings verbally. 3. He finds excuses to spend time around you. A man genuinely interested in you will subtly make time to be around you without necessarily calling attention to it. These excuses are not always dramatic. They can be small and natural, like offering to help with tasks, joining activities you enjoy, or showing up where you happen to be. He's creating moments to share space, experiences, and interaction without forcing the situation or making it obvious. This behavior is significant because it shows intentionality. He values your presence and is willing to adjust his schedule or choices to maximize time spent with you. Even if it seems coincidental, consistent patterns of appearing or staying nearby suggest genuine interest. For instance, if he joins a group you're attending or volunteers to assist with something you're doing, it's his way of creating shared experiences. Women often miss this because it blends into daily life or is masked as helpfulness or coincidence. However, someone who deliberately seeks proximity demonstrates silent investment, patience, and thoughtfulness. It also allows him to engage with you naturally, creating opportunities for conversation, laughter, and connection without pressure. These small acts of presence reveal a deeper layer of attraction. He's willing to be part of your life actively and subtly, showing care without demanding attention or expecting immediate reciprocation. It's a quiet but powerful indicator of interest, highlighting that his attention and effort are intentional, meaningful, and consistent over time. 4. He notices changes in your mood or energy. One of the most subtle yet powerful ways a man shows interest is by noticing shifts in your mood, energy, or emotional state. He pays attention to cues that others might completely overlook, whether it's a slight frown, a quieter tone of voice, or a sparkle in your eyes when you're happy. These observations aren't accidental. They reflect a conscious effort to understand your feelings and respond appropriately. Men who truly care are attuned to emotional fluctuations because they want to support you in ways that feel natural and meaningful. For instance, if he notices you seem stressed, he may offer a comforting word, a joke to lighten the mood, or simply give you space while staying nearby for support. Conversely, when he sees you excited or happy, he engages with you more energetically, celebrating your joy and sharing in it. This attentiveness is easy to miss because it's often silent. He doesn't always announce that he's observing or analyzing your mood. Instead, he adjusts his behavior subtly, responding in ways that demonstrate understanding and care. This emotional awareness shows not only interest but also empathy, patience, and thoughtfulness, qualities that are vital for building a meaningful connection. By recognizing these shifts in your energy, he communicates that your feelings matter to him. Over time, this creates a sense of comfort and trust, allowing you to feel safe expressing yourself freely. Noticing changes in mood or energy is a quiet but undeniable sign that he's paying attention, emotionally invested, and genuinely interested in you. 5. he subtly mirrors your actions or gestures. Mirroring is a natural, subconscious behavior that indicates attraction and connection. When a man subtly mirrors your actions, your posture, gestures, tone, or expressions, it's a sign that he feels in sync with you and wants to establish rapport. For example, if you cross your legs or laugh at a certain moment, he may do the same shortly after, almost without thinking. This behavior isn't random. It's rooted in empathy and desire for connection. By mimicking your movements, he creates a subconscious sense of harmony, making interactions feel smoother, more comfortable, and more intimate. Mirroring also signals that he's paying close attention to you, absorbing details about how you move, speak, and react. Women often miss these subtle cues because they are nonverbal and easily overlooked in everyday interactions. Yet, when observed consistently, mirroring becomes a strong indicator of genuine interest. It's his way of communicating, "I'm aligned with you," without saying a single word. Beyond attraction, mirroring helps build trust. It fosters a sense of familiarity and emotional resonance, making you feel understood and in tune with him. This quiet, unspoken connection is a hallmark of someone who is emotionally invested and attentive, showing interest in a way that is subtle, natural, and deeply effective. 6. He goes out of his way to help you without being asked. A man who is genuinely interested will often go out of his way to assist you, even without being prompted. This behavior can manifest in small ways, offering to carry something heavy, helping with tasks, or solving minor problems, or in larger gestures, like planning something to ease your day. The key is that he does this not for recognition, but because he wants to show care and support. Going out of his way demonstrates thoughtfulness and intentionality. He observes what you might need before you ask and takes action quietly, signaling attentiveness and investment in your well-being. These acts are often easy to miss because they blend into everyday life, but their consistency speaks volumes. This behavior communicates respect, reliability, and genuine interest. He wants to make your life easier, more comfortable, and more enjoyable, all while strengthening your bond subtly. Unlike overt flirting or grand declarations, these helpful gestures show quiet devotion and sincere care. Over time, they build a foundation of trust, intimacy, and attraction, revealing that his interest is deep, consistent, and meaningful, even if he hasn't said a word about it. If you want, I can continue with the next 3 headings. He maintains eye contact longer than normal, he compliments you on things you might miss, and he adjusts his behavior based on your reactions, in the same detailed 350-word format, so we keep building toward all 15. 7. He maintains eye contact longer than normal. One of the most unmistakable signs a man is interested in you is the way he holds eye contact. While most people glance briefly during conversation, a man who is genuinely attracted tends to maintain his gaze slightly longer than usual. This extended eye contact communicates attention, connection, and a desire to engage with you on a deeper level. When a man holds your gaze, it signals that he is fully present in the moment. He's not distracted or merely polite. He's actively focused on you. This silent form of communication allows him to convey emotions, interest, curiosity, affection, without needing words. Extended eye contact can create a sense of intimacy, making interactions feel more personal and emotionally charged. Women often overlook this sign because they may attribute it to politeness or attentiveness in general. However, when combined with other subtle cues, like smiling, leaning in slightly, or mirroring gestures, prolonged eye contact becomes a strong indicator of attraction. It also allows him to gauge your reactions, assess your comfort level, and adjust his approach accordingly. In essence, maintaining eye contact longer than normal is a form of unspoken communication that expresses interest and attentiveness. It's a quiet but powerful way to show that he values your presence, is emotionally engaged, and is genuinely interested in connecting with you beyond casual interaction. This subtle signal often goes unnoticed, yet it's one of the most direct ways to read a man's true intentions. 8. He compliments you on things you might miss. A man who is genuinely interested often compliments aspects of you that others overlook. Instead of generic remarks about your appearance, he may notice the small, unique qualities that make you who you are, like the way you laugh, your choice of words, your dedication to a hobby, or even your thoughtfulness in daily actions. These compliments are quiet, specific, and meaningful, showing that he is paying attention on a deeper level. Such targeted compliments demonstrate emotional investment. He is observing you closely, noticing subtleties that most people miss, and using these insights to express admiration and interest. These moments can feel small, but they carry weight because they communicate genuine appreciation for your personality, effort, and individuality. Women often overlook these subtle compliments because they're not loud or frequent. Yet, when consistent, they reveal sincere interest. Unlike generic praise, these observations indicate that he values who you are beyond surface-level attraction, signaling that his attention is intentional, thoughtful, and meaningful. By complimenting small, overlooked traits, he is also creating emotional intimacy. He wants you to feel understood, recognized, and appreciated in ways that matter most to you. Over time, these subtle acknowledgments build a foundation of connection, trust, and attraction that goes far beyond superficial gestures. 9. He adjusts his behavior based on your reactions. Another subtle way a man shows interest is by carefully observing your reactions and adjusting his behavior accordingly. Whether it's the topics he talks about, the jokes he makes, or the way he positions himself, he is constantly tuning into your verbal and nonverbal cues to ensure you are comfortable and engaged. This attentiveness is a sign of emotional intelligence. He notices how you respond to certain comments or actions and modifies his approach to foster connection rather than discomfort. For example, if he notices you smile or laugh at certain topics, he will naturally steer conversations in that direction. If he senses hesitation or discomfort, he will slow down, change the subject, or give you space. Women often miss this sign because it's subtle and woven into natural interactions. However, the consistent pattern of adapting to your reactions indicates genuine interest and care. It demonstrates that he values your experience and wants interactions with him to be enjoyable, safe, and positive. By adjusting his behavior, he silently communicates that your comfort and engagement matter to him. This kind of adaptability shows patience, attentiveness, and thoughtfulness, qualities that reflect deeper attraction and emotional investment. It's a quiet but unmistakable signal that he's paying attention, cares about your feelings, and is genuinely interested in building a connection with you. 10. He shows genuine interest in your hobbies and opinions. A man who is truly interested in you doesn't just engage in casual conversation. He actively seeks to understand your passions, hobbies, and opinions. Whether it's a sport, creative pursuit, favorite book, or a topic you love discussing, he listens attentively, asks thoughtful questions, and remembers the details of your interests. This genuine curiosity shows that he values your individuality and wants to connect on a deeper level. Showing interest in your hobbies isn't about pretending to like what you like. It's about respecting what excites you and demonstrating care for what makes you happy. He may join you in activities you enjoy, encourage you to pursue your passions, or simply take time to understand why they matter to you. These actions reveal emotional investment because he wants to share experiences with you and create a bond that goes beyond surface-level interaction. When it comes to your opinions, he pays attention to what you say, respects your perspective, and often remembers your thoughts in later conversations. This demonstrates that he values your mind as much as your presence, signaling that his interest is holistic and sincere. Women often overlook these subtle cues because they appear casual or friendly, but consistent, intentional engagement with your hobbies and opinions is a strong indicator of interest. By showing genuine interest, he builds trust, emotional connection, and shared experiences, laying a foundation for a meaningful relationship. It's a quiet, yet powerful, way of saying, "You matter to me, and I want to understand and appreciate who you are." 11. He remembers your preferences and favorites. A man who remembers your preferences, your favorite foods, drinks, colors, music, or even daily routines, is demonstrating a high level of attentiveness and care. These small details show that he pays attention when you talk and values what makes you feel happy and comfortable. Remembering your favorites isn't accidental. It reflects emotional investment and genuine interest. For instance, if he brings your favorite coffee or remembers the book you mentioned loving, these gestures communicate that he listens and acts on the knowledge. It's a subtle yet powerful way of showing affection, creating moments that make you feel appreciated and understood. Over time, these small actions accumulate, signaling that his attention to detail is consistent and meaningful. Women often miss these signs because they appear minor or incidental. Yet, remembering personal preferences is a quiet, ongoing method of expressing interest without verbal declarations. It shows that he values the little things about you, which often matter more than grand gestures or words. By paying attention to your favorites and consistently acknowledging them, he demonstrates thoughtfulness, patience, and attentiveness. These actions create emotional intimacy, trust, and comfort, signaling a man who is genuinely invested in you and your happiness, even before saying "I like you" explicitly. 12. He sends small messages just to check on you. A subtle but powerful sign of interest is when he sends brief, thoughtful messages simply to see how you're doing. These messages don't need to be elaborate. A "how's your day going?" or "hope everything's okay" carries significant meaning. It shows that he's thinking of you even when you're not together and that your well-being matters to him. Sending check-in messages is a way to maintain connection, demonstrate care, and nurture emotional intimacy. It signals that he values communication and wants to create a bridge between moments spent together. Women often overlook these small texts because they may seem casual or routine, but when consistent, they reveal genuine interest and attentiveness. Beyond checking on your mood, these messages provide a subtle way to keep engagement without pressuring you. It's a quiet, thoughtful approach that shows he respects your space while still expressing care. Over time, these small gestures accumulate, creating a sense of reliability, attention, and affection that is deeply meaningful. By sending messages just to check on you, he is silently communicating that he values your life, your feelings, and your presence in his world. It's an understated, yet unmistakable, sign that he is interested, emotionally invested, and consistently thinking about you. 13. He finds ways to make you laugh or smile. A man who is genuinely interested in you often goes out of his way to make you laugh or smile. Humor is one of the most subtle ways to create a bond and communicate affection without explicitly stating it. When he notices you're having a stressful day or seem down, he might crack a joke, share a funny story, or send a light-hearted message simply to lift your mood. These actions demonstrate that he cares about your emotional well-being and wants to make you feel happy. Making you laugh also serves as a method of connection. Shared humor builds intimacy because it creates positive emotional experiences that both of you associate with each other. A man who consistently puts effort into your happiness through laughter is not only observant but also emotionally intelligent. He understands what resonates with you, what makes you comfortable, and how to create moments of joy that feel natural and effortless. Women often overlook this sign because it can seem like casual friendliness or playful banter. However, the key difference is consistency and attentiveness. He notices what makes you smile and actively uses it to strengthen your bond. This is more than mere humor. It's a silent form of communication that conveys attraction, interest, and care without words. Ultimately, by making you laugh or smile, he is showing that he enjoys your company, values your happiness, and wants to create a positive, comfortable environment around you. It's a subtle yet powerful indicator that he's emotionally invested and genuinely interested in you. 14. He prioritizes you in group settings. Another subtle indicator of interest is when a man prioritizes you in social or group settings. This doesn't mean he ignores others. Rather, he ensures that your comfort, opinions, and attention are always included and considered. For example, he may direct conversation toward you, make space for your participation, or subtly include you in plans and activities, ensuring you feel valued and seen. Prioritizing you in front of others demonstrates thoughtfulness and care. It's a quiet way of signaling that your presence matters to him and that he wants to ensure you feel included and appreciated. This behavior also reflects attentiveness. He is aware of your reactions, body language, and comfort level, and adjusts his approach to make you feel respected. Women may overlook this sign because it's often subtle and wrapped in normal social interaction. Yet, consistent prioritization over time reveals genuine interest. It shows that he values your presence and seeks to create a positive experience for you, even in a group dynamic. By making you a priority without drawing attention to himself, he communicates quietly but effectively that you are important. This thoughtful behavior demonstrates emotional intelligence, patience, and a desire to nurture a deeper connection, marking it as a clear sign of attraction. 15. He acts protectively without drawing attention. A man who is genuinely interested in you often displays protective behaviors, but subtly, without wanting recognition or praise. This can include small actions like ensuring you feel safe in different situations, quietly supporting you when challenges arise, or noticing potential discomfort and acting before it becomes an issue. Protectiveness in this context isn't controlling. It's about care and attentiveness. He monitors situations, anticipates problems, and provides reassurance or help without making it obvious. For example, he may subtly adjust plans to keep you comfortable, intervene in minor conflicts quietly, or simply stay nearby to offer support when needed. Women often overlook these gestures because they are understated and seem part of normal social interaction. However, the consistency of protective actions signals genuine interest and emotional investment. He is demonstrating that he values your well-being and wants to contribute to your comfort and safety without seeking credit or attention. This quiet, unobtrusive protectiveness reflects thoughtfulness, emotional maturity, and a sincere desire to care for you. Over time, it builds trust, emotional intimacy, and a sense of security, showing that his interest is not superficial but deeply rooted in genuine affection.